Hello, this is Cynthia Sue Larson with RealityShifters.com, and today I'd like to talk with you about the top 10 ways you can shift reality. What do I mean by reality shifts? What this means is that anytime you notice something appears, disappears, transforms, or transports, or you notice a change in the experience of time, such as putting your keys down when you're in a big rush to get out the door, and you come back and your keys are not where you put them, so you search the house again, come back, and now they're right where you looked before. So it's almost like they were there, they vanished, they came back. This is one of the more common types of reality shifts. Another one is traveling farther than it seems possible in less time than should be physically possible. And suddenly feeling well when you were catching a cold, experiencing a spontaneous remission of disease. These are all good examples. So our coincidences, synchronicities, lots of different ways we can experience shifts in reality. So some of the ways you can experience really positive shifts is starting by, number one, pay attention. All the examples that I just gave are things you can start thinking about that might be occurring in your life. Rather than dismissing them as that couldn't have happened, really give yourself a moment to reflect and realize, yes, it did. It really could happen, and it's happening quite often. Number two, appreciate. So when you start appreciating that reality shifts are happening, then you will likely see more of them. So it's really good to recognize that good reality shifts can happen in terms of synchronicities, coincidences, and some of the things I've been mentioning, like getting farther than you thought you could go, finding things you thought were gone, either from your cupboard, your refrigerator, in your bank account. You can find money that you didn't think you had. All these are good examples of reality shifts. Number three, review scientific studies. When you look at the research that shows that we are no longer living, if we ever were, in a classical, mechanistic, deterministic reality, these are ideas from classical physics, which are part of the reality we live in, of course, but there's so much more. And what is there that's more? This has to do with the physics of quantum realm, quantum meaning indivisible. So when we get down to the very tiniest building blocks of matter, we find out these little material things are sometimes pure energy, sometimes matter. And the way that they can move between possible states of being and exist in what we call a superposition of states is something we actually witness all the time, or rather often, in our daily lives. Number four, revise your assumptions. So when you start looking at scientific information, and another good source of information are the books that I write, where I bring up some of the most cutting-edge research in books like Reality Shifts and my other book, Quantum Jumps. So when you revise your assumptions, what you're doing is recognizing that you might have inadvertently incorporated a lot of old world, old age, old era thinking in your daily thoughts. So when you think things such as matter is all that matters, that's not the new way of looking at the world. The new way of looking is that actually, like I just said, everything exists as pure energy, pure vibration actually, and that we're all interconnected on that vibrational level. That's very real. This is not new age woo-woo. This is absolutely cutting-edge science. So when you revise your assumptions, you recognize observers definitely not only can affect what we observe, we do affect what we observe. And it's becoming to be recognized in studies that are being done at Harvard, for example, with placebo effect research, where the placebo effect of giving someone something like a sugar pill or sham surgery shows very strong positive effects in their recovery from pain, from illness, and even to the point sometimes where they regain the ability to move in ways that they had never been able to move or walk easily before. Number five, energize yourself. So when you actually energize yourself, what does that mean? It means you're feeling expanded. It means you're feeling positive. You can feel the difference in yourself, and people can see it in you. More people are likely to talk to you when you're feeling expanded and energized. You can get there by meditating, by making sure you eat healthy foods, get enough rest, do things that are good for you, like exercising. This is how to stay energized. You can actually measure that field effect around you by dousing it to see just how far out your energy field goes. And this is not just something I'm making up. You can literally experience it in ways that can help convince you this is real. When you wake up and you feel like you fell out of the wrong side of the bed and you feel like your energy is hugging close around you, it's very small, you're feeling small and kind of like you can't exert much influence in the world, that's telling you that your energy is ready to expand. You need to take some time to meditate, which actually can reduce the stress hormones and increase positive things in your body like testosterone. Number 6, reverse negative self-talk. So if you find yourself thinking negative things, stinking thinking kinds of things like it'll never work, I can't do that, good things never happen to me, reverse them around. See what they sound like when you state and write down the exact opposite. Make those your personalized affirmations, such as things always go right for me. Maybe it's true, and if you just step back to see what's really going on, you'd start to see that yourself. By asking questions and thinking differently, you can literally change your world. Number 7, feel non-locally connected, interconnected to everything. You have a phenomenal influence on reality. You can change and influence all that is. And this is part of the way that quantum physics works. It's also something you can observe in your daily life. If you're wondering if that's true, how come I haven't seen it happen? Then pay more attention to your inner self-development. What all of the meditation masters in the world have noticed is that when you focus on self-improvement is when you get the most of these kinds of positive reality shifts. So if you're being selfish and you don't serve a bigger purpose, you're not going to see the most amazing types of reality shifts. Number 8, visualize what you most desire. Have a sense of what it is, either in feeling or actually seeing like you could see it, like a memory, like it's already out there. You're going to move into that reality. It's out there, and all you need to do is step into it, jump into it. Number 9, let go of wishes. What do I mean? I mean, when you blow a dandelion because you've made a wish, then you just blow on it and the seeds go out. When we blow out birthday candles, we blow it out the flame. These are symbolic representations of the blow, the breath that happens, our connection with spirit, and the release, recognizing in a very real way, this is out of my hands. I've disengaged from one reality. I'm ready to re-engage with a better one. But first I must disengage, detach. Number 10, choose your attitude. You have control over how you choose to see things. Usually when you step back and embody a larger representation of yourself, you can see things from a bigger picture standpoint. And when you do that, chances are you can start finding something to appreciate and feel grateful for. You can find something to feel like gives your life meaning and purpose, something to grow from.